Welcome to our 4-H show. I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands for larger service, and my health for better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
I love the atmosphere, like hanging out with all these kids and learning about agriculture, and I just love getting able to work with the animals, and I feel like it's helped me grow with like my responsibility and my time management and stuff.
We're here today for the Maui 4-H Livestock Association show.
And you must always brush your pig well.
You know, these are students that have learned how to care for their animals. And more importantly, they learned to show their animals before a judge.
So I'm going to go with this steer here on the end.
This is actually like my first time. It's very interesting, and you can see what the judge thinks.
Continually making eye contact, presenting the animal at a distance that's not too far, not too close.
This just shows the power of resolve, and you know, last year everything was canceled. So they put in the time, they put in the effort, and they couldn't have their show. This year with the pandemic, there was a lot of uncertainty whether or not we were going to have any event, and a lot of people pulled together, and we were able to put together a nice venue for the kids and a small community. Due to restrictions, we capped the audience. But Farm Bureau was a huge help, both in terms of funding and organization to get this going as well.
I was in 4-H as a youngster, and you know, 4-H is, I think, a critical part of agriculture, training our youth and having them learn about agriculture.
I'm going to start this class with exhibitor 206.
They learn life skills and how to interact with people, with animals.
My dad.
You know, I think that is important to the future of agriculture.
Her name is Hanu. She was born 6 months ago. As you can see, she's long. She's 242 pounds now. Her beginning weight was 71.
It's the beauty of upcountry, which we're here, you know, at this Oscar Rice Arena. Couldn't be at a better place. And to see the children, to see the families, so excited, right? Did you like being in the show? Just talking to these kids, look at them. They work so hard to be able to show their animals, and you can just see the relationship that they have with the animals too. It's something very special.
I'm actually rubbing my pig's belly because she really likes it, but I don't know why. But she's a very good girl, and she's very calm right now. Well, we're gonna go in the pen together soon with some other pigs, and then the pig right over here is my brother's.
We have our own pig farm that's been there for like 4 generations, so it's kind of a family thing, and I just thought it would be super fun to do.
These kids have between 90 days to 6 months hard work into those projects before fair time. So they're here showing their animals, trying to show their stockmanship, their showmanship, but showmanship begins at home.
yeah, you gotta be there like every day. If you miss like a day, they might not recognize you, and they could never know. They act differently. It's been really fun. It's a whole lot different experience than just raising like a dog or something. With the pigs, it's like maybe like 6 months, and what the steers is like almost a year.
With the larger animals, like the steers, the beef, every single day you're down there feeding them, sometimes twice a day. You're washing them, you're like brushing them, walking them, training them to walk and like be calm, hours and hours. I'm there every day from like 4 o'clock to sunset. So yeah, till dark. Yeah, and pigs are a little bit easier. You just have to feed them and keep them clean, but they still require training. I would say depending on the goat or the lamb, like if they're hard-headed or not, they're probably the worst to deal with if they're stubborn.
It takes a lot of hard work day in and day out. They have to, feed and water their animals, manage those animals, train them to lead in some cases, and in other cases, like with pigs, there's no halter on a pig, so they learn to use either a cane or a crop to train those animals to move to the left or the right, wherever they want them to go. And all of that preparation comes together here at the fair, where they get to show their skills, the day in responsibility. They get to kind of showcase that effort in front of a hometown crowd. And Maui County usually brings in a judge from the mainland that's a livestock expert in one or more species. So it's a good opportunity for the kids to get a little bit more experience, to learn from someone new, and to show their stuff and show off the efforts of their hard work throughout the entire year.
Really grateful for Kyle guys for pushing to have a show. So I'm really grateful for the board for pushing and trying to make this event happen.
Our honorable mention, I'm going to go with exhibitor 211.
This is Maui in motion. I mean, this is definitely coming together. And I look at it as projects that we funded with your taxpayer dollars. And how is it being used? And you know what? This is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. But it'll provide the opportunity to put up this big tent, because the tent costs a lot of money, and then, just to make it come together. But it comes with a lot of volunteer effort.
The youth, the university, the Maui County Farm Bureau, the County of Maui, Maui Cattlemen's Association, and really a lot of pillars of the community coming together to make sure something important happened for the kids. And we're here.
It shows me that Maui County is opening from this COVID pandemic, that it's slowly becoming back to normal, whatever that is for our community. And to be in this upcountry area for this particular event, which is the Livestock for 4-H, is perfect, because upcountry is where all of these livestock can live and can grow, and the kids that are here, a lot of them do have either they are from here or they have grandparents here, but it's kind of generational to me.
Ever since I was little, I saw my cousins do it, and when I turned 9 and I could do 4-H, I automatically wanted to do 4-H, and now I have 2 little cousins who look up to me.
His name is Carlos, and he eats pig broth. That's 70% protein. He's 6 months old. He's funny, and he's kind of silly.
The third, exhibitor 211.
I'm the third tradition. My papa was, then my mom, and then me. We have mozzarella. She's really good. She doesn't run off all the time. She just walks, takes her time.
All right, so my honorable mention, I'm going to go with this other blue butt here. This is another hog I really like.
Because of my papa and grandma and my dad and my uncle, because they were all 4-Hers. So now it's my turn to help do my job. I just turned 9, so now I can raise. I have a steer and I have a goat and I have a pig.
We have all of these different projects. They can raise swine, sheep, and cattle, and goats. But at the end of the day, we're not using the kids to raise the animals. We're using the animals to raise the kids. So this is all about life-ready skills. We typically have a very active livestock judging program as well, where the kids learn critical thinking, public speaking. They have to evaluate a class of animals, and then based on a standard of perfection and industry traits, make decisions and actually critically defend those decisions in a concise reasoned set. And our kids have been very active in the county. They've won states many times, and they've actually competed at nationals.
This young lady right here for our grand champion. Congratulations, you did an excellent job in answering my questions. You did an excellent job of trying to keep your animal individualized, off by itself, out in front of me. Your eye contact was great, always knowing where I was.
Especially in the last year with the pandemic and being in school. So I was a high school senior this year, and managing my time and balancing it was very hard. I've also learned money management.
It's helped me be a little bit more responsible in daily life, and also helped me with thinking to the future and colleges and everything like that, because we would auction the animals off, and it would kind of help me in the future if I wanted to go to college in the mainland.
So there are two types of projects that the 4-Hers raise. One is a market project, and those are animals destined for the food chain. So they raise market beef, market lamb, and market swine projects. And those animals are judged on traits important for the industry. These are meat animals, so you want them to have a lot of muscle, you want them to have a lot of growth, so you want them to be fast growing and heavy muscled, and you also want them to have really excellent carcass traits, so the end user, the consumer, can have a desirable eating experience every time. So when a judge is evaluating these animals, they're evaluating them based on a standard of perfection for a meat-producing animal. You want them to be structurally sound, you want them to be healthy, have a lot of balance, be youthful in their look, but also show the ability to gain in grade. The other thing that's important is all of these kids every year undergo a quality assurance training that spans everything from like public health, animal welfare and handling, up into issues dealing with government regulation. And so all of these kids complete a quality assurance program every year, get them those life-ready skills that they can adapt to anything. The other type of project we have is a breeding project. So not all of the animals raised here are terminal or destined for the market. So we have a replacement heifer project where the kids raise heifers, either an open heifer, which is a non-pregnant female, or a heifer that they start with that is non-pregnant, that they have to get pregnant, either through use of a bull or artificial insemination. The university helps with that. Some of the local ranches help with that as well. And they have a chance to showcase an animal. And in a typical year, we have an auction. Ranchers could actually bid on that heifer and add a really high genetic merit female to their herd. So the kids also take DNA from the breeding animals like the heifers at the beginning of the project, do genomic prediction to find out what traits the heifer is accelerated in and what traits the heifer may be lacking in. And then they can actually use that data to make an informed decision to pick the bull such that they have a calf that is an improvement over the mother. There's also a replacement goat project. They raise these doelings, which is just a young female goat, and get them to the point where they're breeding age, such that a breeder can buy one here and add quality stock into their own flock or their herd without having to deal with the expense of going to the mainland to bring in new genetics.
My favorite animal is actually a goat. It's a little hard in the beginning, but after you get them tame, they can be like your best friend.
And so for our grand champion, I'm going to go with this building over here.
It's really fun to come to the show and see other lambs and make friends with people. Especially at Maui, it's a small place. You get to know more people and make more friends.
I've been the club president, so I've helped a lot of kids start off and like kind of teach them how to do different things or show their animals. But I think it doesn't matter what club you're in. Here, like, everybody is family and everybody gets along and helps each other out regardless of what club you belong to.
You have connections with people. It gives you a lot of knowledge and experience about raising animals, how to show them the best way to give them the advantage in the show.
Overall, I'm going to go with this young man right here for our grand champion.
You line them up right, you keep them straight, you fix their legs, their head up high, you try to make them look the best they can.
Presenting in front of a judge is kind of nerve-wracking because it kind of shows how long you actually spend with your animal and what kind of connection you have with them and how you actually can show them out.
Well, you have to pay attention to your pig and the judge, but the way you do it, you have to spend 2 minutes on your pig looking, and then you have to look at the judge.
Glad that there's so much young kids coming in. I know that this program will continue on and we'll be able to keep on teaching the kids. And before COVID, they used to like have spectators come in and we could like educate them about the animals and tell them about the pigs and everything. So it was like a good way to get the community involved so they can learn more.
I think we're at a critical stage in agriculture on Maui. Most of the farmers have retired, ranchers have retired. So it's important, I think, to have the youth learn about agriculture. And not just the present day, but the history of agriculture, where, agriculture was, part of everybody's lifestyle. And everybody knew the farmers, everybody knew the ranchers. And I think, that has been lost and we need to regain that. And that's why I always ask the community to come out and support our farmers and ranchers.
I'm going to go with, for my grand champion, this young man over here. You did a very good job of controlling your animal. You held the halter up high, you kept control of his head, you had his feet properly squared up frequently. You just did a very good job with your eye contact. You always knew where I was at, and I appreciate that.
I'd recommend 4-H because just of how the community is and just the whole different experience to a whole lot of different things with the animals and how you learn the responsibilities to take care of the animals.
This year's Junior Master Showman is going to go to exhibitor 206. Congratulations. All right, and for the Master Showman, again, I reiterate, you guys did a great job. You stuck it out. The animals were cantankerous. You guys were tired. The animals tired. It was hot. You guys did an excellent job. This is a lot going through confirmation, showmanship, master showmanship all in one day. So I congratulate all of you for sticking it out and doing your best all day long. This year's Master Showman is going to go to exhibitor 201. Congratulations.
How was it for you? I'm excited. I mean, I haven't gone to very many events over the last, really a year and a half since COVID hit. Everybody canceled, and this is the first one that's coming back, and to see the children and see how happy they are. This is happening. This is what life is about, actually, right?
She graduated as a valedictorian with academics, STEM, and CTE honors. In the fall, Alexis will be continuing her education in Colorado at Northeastern Junior College. She will be majoring in animal science and competing with one of the top livestock judging teams in the nation. She eventually wants to become an animal geneticist and nutritionist and come back to Hawaii and help the local farmers and ranchers.
This program has been everything for my next steps. I'm going to go to college for animal science. I'm going to be on the judging team. If without 4-H, I probably wouldn't even be thinking about animals. So it really grew my passion for livestock here, and it really drives me to be able to help the community. I want to be able to help the next generation of 4-Hers and the ranchers and everyone. So this program means a whole bunch.
After 3 years of Cloverbuds and 10 years of 4-H, this is where she will end her 4-H career.
I'm going to Grand Canyon University and I'm majoring in entrepreneurial studies.
Being a 4-Her, she has made many friendships. There are so many people that she would like to thank.
Honestly, this program has helped me grow up and find my place in the world.
These activities can change your life. Building my leadership skills, my public speaking skills, but it also landed me my first job. Not because I had the best grades, but because I had the experiences that I had learned and accomplished in the FFA and 4-H. So, huge opportunity for you all, and I encourage all of you to take advantage of the leadership and the public speaking contests that are available in 4-H. And it builds the friendships and the camaraderie that you build at fair and in these other competitions. These are friendships you'll take with you for life. So think about all there is you can do and just try to excel at all that you do within the 4-H. There's scholarships, there's all kinds of things you can do, and it can lead you to numerous destinations. It's just how far do you want to go.